Alright, honestly, it's just easier to record a quick video, so yep, this is Koala Sampler. Ignore this little arrow. This is just the video that I have open. So quick thing first is if you want to change your background, you'll just go into settings, then you'll go into extras, and then you'll see background right there. Instead of remove, you'll see a choose option, and then for background effect, you can tweak all those, so that way whenever it's playing a sound, it'll actually do some effects to the background. So you have 4 banks of 16 pads, A, B, C, and D. Pads just hold sounds. You can record anything, so you just hold down on the pad. A, okay, recorded an A. I don't know if it's going to come through this video, but then you can slide these to trim it. A. You can add some release. A. That's basically some fade. You can go to tools and crop it, and then tools bounce. What that's going to do is that fade that I added, it's going to bake it into the actual audio file instead of just being in the app. So if I hit bounce, now you can see it added a fade. I can go to tools again, normalize. It makes the volume at a consistent level. You can change pitch, just tweak it. So that's the first thing. So just record and make some of your own sounds. Then what you can do is you can go to perform, find an effect you like, turn on hold. Let's say I want some compression, a little bit of distortion, and just a tiny bit of reverb. Now, it's gonna sound like that. Again, I'm not sure if it's coming through, but just take my word for it that it did add those. Then if I go here, change record from mic to resample from app, now it's going to record the audio from inside of the app onto a pad. So if I start recording on this pad, there we go, play the version, or play that while having these effects active. I'll let go of the effects. Now, this has the effects baked into it. And just like that, you get a bunch of really powerful options to mold and tweak the sounds that you've recorded. You can, tone is like a filter. Again, you can bake any of these in, meaning it's permanently added to the audio file by hitting bounce. Then sequence. So that's some basics with modifying audio. By the way, down here in the bottom right where it says samples, it's kind of hard to see. This is a sample browser. So as you can see, I have a bunch of sample packs loaded on my phone. I can load in an existing sound. It's on my iCloud. But yeah, on the Android, it looks pretty much the same. You can, go ahead and drag it in. So that way, if you want to drag multiples in, you can do that. Just drag that icon there. Or I'll get one more. There's also these like multiple stack squares allow you to select multiples. Oh yeah, and it lets you preview them too. But yeah, so boom. Okay, so now I loaded these kicks in. Let me go ahead and make a snare with a sound with my mouth. I'm gonna go back, change this to record from mic. Okay, I'm just gonna tweak it a little bit. I'm gonna put this on the transient, normalize it, and then add a little bit of compression, a little bit of distortion, and some ring modulation. Oh, I forgot to change it to resample. Okay. Sorry, I'm moving kind of fast, but all I did was basically just record the sound that I made with those effects. So now, and by the way, you can drag sounds to get rid of them. Again, this app is really intuitive and quick to use. There's also these effects up here where you can add an effect straight from the microphone. So like if you're recording, it'll go ahead and apply any of these effects. But I'll cover some of this more advanced stuff later. So then finally the sequence section. This is easy. So this is obviously BPM, tempo. It has a tap functionality, so you can tap along the song, a metronome count in if you need it. So there's 2 ways to sequence. I'm not positive you have the second way since you haven't paid for the app. You haven't paid for the Samurai upgrade, but if you end up liking this app a lot, then I'll most likely buy that for you. But these are just empty sequence slots. I'll choose the first, hit record. And there you go, and then you can And just like that, you can just record sequences, you know, just tap along with one sound, add another, you just layer them. And then this, of course, is if you want something longer, or you can even double up what you currently have, so that way that section can keep playing through. And then the other thing you can do is this little piano. I don't want it on that one. We'll do the piano on. And you have different scales. So if I wanted to add some little silly melody. Really silly, but wait, that kind of slaps. But yeah, that's like the really rough and dirty basics of Koala Sampler. Like I said, it's actually a really intuitive app. Now, some of the features that I have that you won't get until you do the Samurai update is auto chopping. So this is really good for long recordings, since this is just a single sound, there's not really anything to chop. So stretching is really useful. And then the other really useful feature that I don't believe you have is the piano roll. So you can actually, you know, like a DAW, you know, add notes manually. But yeah, that is the basics of Koala Sampler. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't end up, you know, liking it very much or using it very often, that's okay. You know, as I said, I'm not getting this for you with the expectation of you using it. I just think this app is absolutely amazing, and I am completely in love with it and want everybody to try it out if they like making music. So, alrighty, see you later.